What's up, boys? I'm going over my NFL prize picks for the day. We got some NFL early today. Probably going to do Underdog as well. And then we have NBA also today. Yesterday on the Patreon, we were great yesterday for NBA. It was awesome. We were 8-3-1 on the day. 4 for 4. No, yeah, 4 for 4 on our great picks. So my favorite picks of the day. 4 for 4. Got every single one right. So that was pretty great right there. So kind of got screwed on Brandon Ingram. He only played 2.5 quarters, and we needed one more rebound, and I would have been 9-2. And I know what I did wrong for the other ones, so I'm definitely not touching those anymore. But I really should have been like 9-2 in the day if the Pelicans didn't get blown out. But yeah, the Patreon link is in the description if anyone is interested. Definitely recommend signing up December 1st. You guys get it for all of December instead of just the rest of November. But if you guys want to get it for the rest of November, just contact me on Twitter. That will be in the description. Also join the Discord. That is also my description. Just started Discord. Pretty awesome over there. We can talk about everything, all props and stuff. You guys can ask me questions if you guys want. But yeah, if anyone is new, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe. If you guys are not already on PrizePicks, definitely check it out. Amazing website as well as Underdog. Both links are in my description. Use my promo code. They match your first deposit up to $100. So if you guys deposit 20, they'll match it. They'll give you guys 40. So pretty awesome deal for both websites. I know I've been talking a lot here. I'm sorry, but join the Discord. Join the Patreon if you guys would like. Definitely recommend doing that December 1st. And if you guys are not already on the sites, use the promo codes and like and subscribe. So do all those things, and let's go ahead and hop into here, talk about some of these NFL player props. So I'm going to be giving out a couple here, but I'm going to save a lot for the Patreon subscribers. So let's go ahead, though, and talk about a lot of these here. Some of my favorite ones for today. So let's go ahead and start. We'll start with passing yards here. I'm really not a big fan of too many passing yards here, but Tyrod Taylor here going against the Jets, I like a lot. Tyrod Taylor, not Tyrod. If you guys watch Hard Knocks, you guys know what I'm talking about. But Tyrod Taylor here, Tyrod, going against the Jets. He's at 214.5, so he is hit in 2 out of his last 4. He got hurt in that game. I believe he got hurt in that one too, or was the end of a bye? I don't remember what happened in between those games. Maybe it was just a bye. But he did get hurt in that Cleveland game, I know that. So he's really kind of 3 for 4 in his last. Well, yeah, he's 2 for 3 in his last 3 because you don't count the one year he got hurt. But 214.5 is where Tyrod Taylor is. He's going against the worst passing defense in the NFL, allowing 282 passing yards a game. So it should be a pretty good game for Tyrod Taylor right there. Let's take a look where Number Fire has him projected for passing yards. But I definitely like Tyrod on the over. So passing yards here, they have him projected for 224 passing yards. So that puts him about 10 yards over the over. Number Fire usually projects everyone like 10 yards over everything. So they're right on there with PrizePicks. Number Fire is, but I definitely think he can hit the over in this one. He needs to find the Brandon Cooks connection. They were very, very good together before the his injury. So let's go ahead though and talk about some more here. So let's go over to start with rushing yards. I'll do one of the 2 rushing yards that I like. We'll go ahead and go with Tevin Coleman. I like this one a lot. He was 37.5 earlier in the week. Now he's down to 33.5. You guys are probably questioning me because he has never gone over this in his last 5. But the reason is Michael Carter got hurt last game. He's on IR. It's going to be a lot more reps for Ty Johnson and Tevin Coleman. I think Tevin Coleman has the opportunity to be the lead back here. So he's come close in 2 games, and he was the backup in those games. So I definitely think Tevin Coleman can hit the over in this one with Michael Carter being out. We take a look at the defensive rushing. That's another Jets game. So we're kind of betting a lot of Jets games here. But the Jets in Houston, not the most ideal game that you probably want to be watching, but opponent rushing yards per game, let's take a look at where Houston is at. And Houston is allowing the 3rd most rushing yards in the NFL at 133.5. So definitely interesting right there for them. So the Jets and Houston are right there. But there might be a Houston running back you might be able to take a look at as well. Because they just cut Phillip Lindsay. So let's take a look at Tevin Coleman here, where they have him at. I'm not really sure what Number Fire has him projected. I have not checked this out. They are at 44 for Tevin Coleman. So they have him about 11 yards over. No, not really. They have him 10 over. So like I said before, 10 yards over is where Number 5 pretty much likes everyone at. So 44 right there. They have him about 10 attempts, which is, I think you can average about 4 yards to carry. Should be able to hit the rushing yards prop pretty easily, especially if he gets 10 carries. And it's Houston. The Jets have an opportunity to probably lead this game. So I'm not really sure he's going to win that game. That's a really weird game, in my opinion. But yeah, Tyrod Taylor should hopefully do a lot of work in the game. But let's go ahead, though. Let's move on to receiving yards, and then we'll do a reception and probably do a completion as well. We'll take a look at some of these here. But receiving yards here, I'm going to see my favorite one, though. I have a really, really favorite one for tomorrow from my Patreon, guys. But one that I really do like a lot is Dan Arnold. It's probably my second favorite one. He had 0 against San Francisco, which is kind of scary, but that's why his numbers dropped so much. And I think he's going to bounce right back. Dan Arnold has been one of the most consistent and reliable tight ends the last couple games. So, except for, kind of last week. But he's at 67, 60, and 68, all within an 8-number range. So, and then 27 against Miami. But should be a pretty good matchup. I believe that Atlanta has the 20th best defense against tight ends or something like that. Or the 12th, somewhere around there. They're about right in the middle, so it should be a pretty good matchup for Dan Arnold at 33.5. He just has to hit that over. So we can take a look at passing yards per game. You can't really look at a stat that's going to kind of tell against receiving yards, but we could look at opponent passing yards per game and take a look at where Atlanta is. So he's playing Atlanta there at 239, so it should be able to get a good chunk of that. So let's take a look at this here. So we look at Dan Arnold. They are playing at home, by the way, if anyone cares about that. But they have him at 43 yards receiving. So again, 10 yards over than PrizePicks. So it's kind of weird. They always like it 10 more than PrizePicks. It's really, really weird. It's happened 3 times now, and I've been saying that. So, but yeah, pretty good right there for Dan Arnold. That is one that I definitely do like for today. Let's take a look now at receptions. There's a couple. Let's take a look at Saquon. I kind of like Saquon's receptions here. 3.5 right here for Saquon. He's at 6, 5, 6, and 2, and then 0 right there against Dallas. But that was the game where he got hurt, right? Yeah, that was the game he got hurt. Yeah, because he was gone from the 10th to the 22nd. So can't really count that game. So he's over really in 3 out of his last 4. So yeah, he got hurt really early in that game too. But yeah, should be a pretty good matchup for Saquon, and they love throwing the ball to Saquon. And the Giants are down so many receivers. Really, the only receiving options for them are Barkley, Evan Ingram, and then kind of Kenny Galladay. But Daniel Jones hates Kenny Galladay, so I'm not sure there's going to be many balls his way. But we can take a look at here. Receptions. We can look at completions, I guess, allowed. So we go to passing defense and then opponent completions per game. We can take a look at here. They are playing the Philadelphia Eagles. So let's take a look at the Eagles here, where they are. I think they have actually decent pass defense. Never mind. They're at 25. They're allowing 25 completions a game. So that's really good news. He only needs 4 out of those 25. And that looks pretty good in my opinion. Let's take a look at where they have Barkley at. I've not checked this out before. They have him exactly at 4. So pretty good right there. Number Fire is on the same page as us in this one. So I definitely like Barkley on the over. Looks pretty good to me in my opinion. Right there for Saquon Barkley. All right. Last one here I think we're going to go ahead and take a look at. We'll take a look at this one. We're going back to quarterbacks here, but different stat. We're going to go to completions. So Matt Ryan I like on completions. It's kind of weird. We're going off a lot of Houston, Jets, and then Atlanta and Jacksonville. We're on the crappy teams today. But I do think these are some pretty good props. They're lowballing a lot of these guys. But he has only hit in 2 out of his last 5, unfortunately, but he's going against Jacksonville. So if you take a look at completions allowed per game, team opponent completions per game. So Jacksonville is allowing 23.7. He only needs 21. Matt Ryan, former MVP, should hopefully be able to hit that number. But if you take a look at, as long as they're throwing the ball, they should be able to get this number for sure. Because if you look at opponent completion percentage, they're at 71.82%. That's huge. So the reason the completion numbers aren't as high up is because Jacksonville kind of sucks, and they're playing better teams, and they're throwing the ball a lot less. They're running the ball a lot more, so that's why the completion numbers are a little down. But Atlanta's also another crappy team, so you would think that they'd be throwing the ball just a little bit more, and with the completion Jacksonville's allowing, he should hopefully be able to hit that number. So let's take a look at what number Fire says for Matt Ryan here. So Matt Ryan, they have at 24 pass completions, so they have him well over the 21 pass completions on number Fire right now. And I definitely do like that number a lot for Matt Ryan. So I believe I've given you guys a lot of good props for the NFL today in this video. So if anyone is new, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe. All the links that I said in the beginning of the video are down in the description. So all the promo codes and stuff like that, all the Patreon link, the Discord link, all that stuff is in the description. So that's pretty much going to do it for the video, man. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys next time. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.